Hey, welcome back to movementprofessional.com. Today I want to touch upon two important concepts, and I want to utilize the walking cycle or gait cycle in order to talk about these two subjects. The first one is movement deconstruction, which is just kind of taking a movement that might be a little more complex and breaking it down into its component parts. And also this concept of positions and transitions, that really just every movement can be, deconstructed into these positions and transitions. So they're basically two concepts that are saying the same thing, but it just might be using different terminology. So walking is a really good way to look at this. So Phil's going to follow me around the camera here, and we're just going to break down walking into its component parts, and then this becomes actually an exercise. Alright, so you can stay right there. I'm going to walk towards the camera. So with walking, what we have is we have a single leg stance, and then as my heel comes down, I'm in a staggered stance with more pressure on this back leg, and then I shift the weight so I have more pressure in the front leg now, and I'm in another staggered stance where I'm more on the toe of this foot. Alright, so then I come through, I'm in a one-legged stance again. Alright, and I could challenge this. No one walks with their knee up this high unless we're marching, but I can really challenge these positions by taking a little bit more time or bringing my knee up and making it more of a balance exercise. Alright, so then I'm back into this position, drop the camera down a little bit. Alright, and I'm in this kind of lunge type of position here, where if I took a bigger step, I would actually drop down, lost the balance, drop down into a lunge. Alright, but just since I'm walking, it's a small step, striking with the heel, and I roll up onto this big toe. So working on the proper mechanics of the gait is, first you just want to start with what are the feet doing. You want to make sure that you're striking through the heel, rolling up onto this big toe. Alright, if you can get that down, that'll align the hips, that'll get the knees bending as they should, as opposed to if I have my feet out and I'm slide stepping, I might not get much knee bend at all. I may just and I'm not getting any neutrality in my hips. I'm staying with an externally rotated hip the whole time. The foot may fall in. I can get some bunions because I'm rolling over the side of the big toe as opposed to rolling over into this dorsiflexion of the great toe as it should. So I also get a stretch to the undersurface of my plantar fascia when I'm moving through here. Alright, but the real key here is, and if you look at it from the side, is that we're looking at three different positions really. So I'm on one leg as this leg transitions through. Alright, drop the camera a little bit. As it transitions through, I'm in this staggered stance position where more weight is in the front leg, and I'm on the ball of this foot, kind of getting this rollover. And then as I make initial heel strike, I'm in another staggered stance, but now the back leg takes more of the stress, and then I'm weight shifting as I'm going through. So this exercise is beautiful for dynamic balance in that it carries over to one of the more functional movements that we do throughout the course of the day, which is walking, but it also helps us understand where we might be limited if we just pretend we're slowing down walking into super slow motion and then try to really exaggerate some of these positions. So can I hold this one-legged stance? Can I pause in this initial heel down? And can I pause in this rollover position under the great toe? And then can I even do it going backwards so I really get this movement pattern down? Alright, and this is harder than you think. I mean, we walk all day. We're not used to slowing it down and really breaking it down into the component parts. Alright, so that's the concepts there, and we're going to touch upon these concepts in other movements, but I think walking is one of the best ones to really see it. And if you just focus on what your feet are doing, make sure that you keep an upright torso as well, because you may find that you're doing all this but you're walking forward trying to not fall over. So you got to prioritize this upright position in the spine, and you should find that you get a lot of benefit there from working on balance. Alright, see you next time.